The city of Spokane is bracing for a major round of layoffs. Next week, the city says it'll send out about 120 layoff notices. That's 10% of all positions funded by the city's general fund.
KXLY4's Jeff Humphrey discovered while layoffs are imminent, many city administrators are getting raises.
Well, first, KXLY4's Sally Showman is live tonight at Fire Station 1 in downtown Spokane. And Sally, big cuts in public safety.
That's right, Robin. More than half of the positions being eliminated come from public safety. So we're talking about the firefighters who run the trucks behind me, as well as police officers. 100 in total positions, or 120, I should say, positions total are on the chopping block. 40 of those come from the police department, and 28 positions within the fire department are slated for elimination. The city didn't have specific numbers on other departments. Now, the layoffs are based on 9% across the board cuts from every department funded by the general fund. Already, before any positions are eliminated, Spokane's fire department's response time lags behind the national standard by about 3 minutes. Assistant Chief Brian Schaefer says that will only get worse with fewer resources.
We're already not doing a great job, and we want to be excellent, but we're not even doing a really good job in terms of our deployment process and getting the service to the customer when they're in trouble. Now, if you eliminate some more of those resources on a daily basis, that even puts us really behind the curve.
Now, on top of the layoffs, there's talk of closing a fire station within the city or doing rolling firehouse brownouts where stations are periodically closed. The layoff notices will be issued on October 1st. Now, the city points out it's still in negotiations with all of its bargaining units, and it's hoping that concessions like a pay freeze for all employees could help save some of these 120 positions. Live in downtown Spokane tonight, Sally Showman, KXLY4 HD News.
While some city workers are slated for layoffs, other employees are receiving double-digit pay increases this year. KXLY4's Jeff Humphrey joins us live at City Hall, where some people are getting raises that seem a little out of touch with today's economy.
And Dave, these annual raises, some of them in the $5,000 to $10,000 range, are based on either pre-negotiated labor contracts or civil service step increases. All of them were approved by the Spokane City Council, but these bigger paychecks, they just don't seem consistent with the belt tightening that a lot of us are already going through. The salary of Spokane's mayor has now been capped at $100,000, but many other members of her management team are seeing big pay increases this year. After receiving a 10.9% wage hike in 2009, this year the city's finance director is picking up another 9.6% increase. However, his $108,000 salary is still less than what most assistant city attorneys are making. 5 of the lawyers in this office received 14% pay raises this year, the big increases designed to keep the city's lawyers from being lured away by private law firms.
And I would argue that we're probably still not paying the going wage for attorneys in Spokane, but what we are doing is trying to compensate people fairly so that we have good quality individuals.
City spokesperson Marlene Feist received a 17% pay raise this year after a salary survey showed that she was making much less than her counterparts in private industry. However, the big pay increases are not just limited to white-collar City Hall staffers. Here at the East Central Community Center, a custodian got a 12.8% wage increase. His larger paycheck, a combination of a cost of living increase and the janitor receiving several step raises tied to his several years on the job.
In the end, what we're saying is that someone with 5 or 6 years experience is more valuable to the city and citizens than somebody with no experience.
Spokane officials say in 2010 the majority of their employees just received pay hikes tied to inflation, but at a time when city services are being cut, any wage increases can rub the public the wrong way.
We understand that citizens in our community are hurting, and the mayor has asked all of our employees to take no pay increase for 2011.
And if all the city's 2,000 workers oblige the mayor's request, that universal wage freeze could save the city $3.2 million next year. But a lot of people have to be wondering why the mayor didn't or wasn't able to make those wage freezes a reality a lot sooner. Reporting live at City Hall, Jeff Humphrey, KXLY4.